When I was 15, our house burned down, and living with another family without much parental guidance, older boys coming to the house, I became pregnant. It was 1973, and by the time I came home and told my parents, the unanimous decision was we all felt an unwanted pregnancy. She's young, she should have an abortion. So we felt that would solve the problem, and February 20th, 1973, I went to Toronto General Hospital, just turned 16. I had a second-term abortion, and if any of you don't know what that is, that's when the baby is a notable size, so therefore the physician has to firstly rip the child's arms and legs off, maybe do some more butchering, and decapitate the child to be removed from my body, and that child was my baby. Mom never forgets her child, and I choose to speak about this horrific injustice. I believe that we do need to expose it. Normally I like to paint pretty pictures, but it's hard to go on that with my life when I know that this is the harsh reality. 100,000 preborn people are executed this way. It's unnecessary medical procedure. It hurts women, and it still hurts me today. So I've chosen to paint something very controversial, but it needs to be done. I've got a little photograph here that I took it from of a 10-week-old child, and on the back of the card it says, "Injustice that is invisible inevitably becomes tolerable, but injustice that is made visible inevitably becomes intolerable." So I hope that we'll all work together as a nation to stop this horrible injustice. Yes. There are 2 victims to an abortion, myself and the baby that was taken from me through abortion. It was really difficult to paint this. We're doing this to 100,000 people every year, and we don't talk about it. Some of us do. We have pro-lifers, but there's something called woman's right to choose, but it's wrong. We can't do this anymore. As you can see, at 10 weeks, when most people are taken like this, they have intestines, they have fingernails. Difficult painting to do. I usually like to do pretty pictures, but I'm still traumatized by what happened, and even more traumatized to see that it's going on today. 200 a day. 43 years, I think, close to 4 million. I know that we're better than this, Canada, and I really believe that we can come together and end abortion in our lifetime. This is something that we tend to stay away from, but I'm here just to expose it, begin respectful discussions, and my dream is one day that we can end abortion. It does hurt women. It's a highly unsafe procedure. It's very unnecessary. There's even fathers that are victims. I know my dad, he still cried when I told him I named my baby Abigail Rose 40 years later. But I have hope for this country. It is my dream to end abortion, and I stand with the Christian Heritage Party of Canada, our only united and brave pro-life party.
Melody, tell us a little bit more about your experience going through the abortion. I know it's tough to talk about, but share a little bit how you came to have the views you have now.
Initially, when I was younger, it just felt like it was behind me. I did cry a lot. It was a big secret. And it wasn't until I was much older and I realized more about pregnancy, having children of my own, that it started coming to the forefront. So when they speak about people having post-traumatic stress, I definitely had that. I didn't feel I could speak to anybody. When I did, I would be very upset. It was just really difficult to deal with nightmares and anxiety attacks, that kind of thing. Going forward, I've dealt with most of it, and I understand, again, that there's 100,000 people that are killed a year through this medical procedure. So I just really want to change, and I would really just love to see the burden of abortion lifted off of society. It's totally unnecessary.
Are there some areas where you think that the Christian Heritage Party could do something to help young women to face unplanned pregnancies? What can we do as a party, as a nation, to help young women make better choices?
It would be wonderful if it was mandatory in the school system that both boys and girls, as they're growing up, learn about abortion, what it is, learn exactly more about the preborn people, so they have a greater understanding and respect. But knowing the reality of abortion, I believe that if they knew it, they wouldn't choose that. So I think that's an area that really needs to be worked on.
As a survivor of abortion, as a post-abortive woman, you've taken it upon yourself to help change society's understanding of the issue. You've also run as a candidate for the Christian Heritage Party, which we really appreciate. What was that experience like, running as a candidate? And what would you say to other women who are considering serving as candidates for the Christian Heritage Party, the only pro-life party in Canada?
Certainly I've met some wonderful people, lifelong friends through the experience, so that's really been great. But I look back on that time and I'm just really grateful to have had the opportunity to stand for our country and for this horrific human injustice at the level of governing. So I'm so grateful for the Christian Heritage Party, who is so pro-life, and giving me that opportunity and confidence that I could have a say when it comes time to vote, and give people that choice on the ballot by conscience, that they don't have to vote for something like abortion, that there is that good vote through the Christian Heritage Party. And I was grateful for it myself, that it made me understand more about the party, and that in this last election, it was a good feeling to know that I stood for life, and I didn't vote for the taking of innocent life through other choices on the ballot.
Melody, you were 15 years old when you faced your unplanned pregnancy. Did you feel you were given a choice about keeping your baby?
When I look back, no, I wasn't given a choice. It was abortion right from the moment that I was concerned that I was pregnant, and the choice to keep the baby never came up in the conversation. Inevitably, although I thought I wanted an abortion, the decision was made by my parents and the doctors. So I was under their care, but it was a choice that was made for me. So looking back, it was a double injustice that I was just a kid. And I guess now that I'm grown up and I look back, it's like, how did that happen? And I was just a kid.
Yeah. 15 years old, that's not even the age of consent.
That's right. So much too young, and I think that just really added to the trauma of it, that how could it happen? Certainly now it's something that I never would have chosen, but I didn't know back then. And my parents didn't either. So I feel that the doctors that did know, and did know what they were doing, and of course the government that makes it available in the hospitals, that's where this terrible deception lies, that it's okay, and it isn't.
As you grew up, how did you deal with your loss?
Initially, I just put it behind me. I did cry a lot and then just tried to forget about it. And it wasn't until later, when I was a woman having children of my own, that I started to reflect on it. And that's when it really started upsetting me, and I realized how much it did bother me. I didn't speak to people about it, and when I did, it would just come out in outbursts. I'd have nightmares. And then looking today at what abortion does to a child, that was highly traumatic for me, but I did need to see it because a mom always wants to know what happened to her child. So would run really close to my heart to look at pictures of aborted babies or videos and know that's exactly what happened to my daughter. So that was the most difficult part, but also to know that it's still happening today. It's such a terrible injustice to both the woman and the child that I really feel that I need to speak about it, and that helps, and in that there's hope.
So have you come to a place of forgiveness and peace in the situation?
Yes, forgiveness isn't something I question anymore. Initially it was. I do feel that I am forgiven, and the people that were part of that decision, they've made their peace with God as well, and I know that they are. I think it's just more the trauma of the way the child was taken and that it was killing somebody, that it kind of just still stays there as a loss and a grief.
And what would you say to a young girl today facing a similar struggle?
I would understand totally that she feels very vulnerable, afraid, perhaps ashamed, and that she has no choice. But this is something that sooner or later she'll have to deal with. She might feel this is an easy out, but it isn't. I say short-term gain for long-term pain. It's final. The reality is you're killing your child, and sooner or later you have to face that, and that's a terrible thing. Not only that, the procedure itself is very hard on a girl, even physically, never mind emotionally and mentally. So on the upside, she has this child. Child will make her so happy. We love our kids, so I would absolutely encourage her to have that baby. She could even give the baby up for adoption, but never to have the abortion. There's no right way to do what's wrong.
So in 2015, you ran as a candidate for the Christian Heritage Party. Why?
Well, when I heard the Christian Heritage Party was Canada's only pro-life party, I didn't think twice. As a mama bear, as someone that really cares about the children in this nation and the moms that are carrying them, I just didn't think twice. I wanted to see justice be served. I wanted to support the party and have a say, and to be able to speak at that level to the nation, and hopefully with the Christian Heritage Party to make just and truthful laws to protect people and lift this burden of abortion off of society.
Melody, having served as a candidate, would you encourage others to get involved in political activity?
Oh yes, especially for this most important cause in our country. I think especially as women, we just love our kids, and we can identify with these little preborn people. So I would definitely encourage any woman to stand up, stand for her country, stand for justice, and stand for these little people. She won't regret it. It's a wonderful opportunity, and I was very honored and touched to be part of this worthy cause, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Rod.
Thank you very much, and thank you for serving the preborn in this country and the young women facing these decisions today. Christian Heritage Party, of course, will continue to fight for the protection of innocent human life from conception till natural death. Well, thank you so much for taking a stand for righteousness and for life.
Thank you.